There it goes. All right, I'm Chris in the Ferrari 430 Scud. Here with John. How do you say your last name?
Schweder, but you can call me Swede.
Swede?
Swede.
Okay.
Everyone calls me Swede.
Yep. Right on. We're gonna do 8 laps today. So you driven here before? What, a year ago?
Yeah, January.
Oh, last January.
Yep.
Okay. Very cool. So this car here, pedal shifting. You've done pedal shift before.
Yep.
I'll let you know exactly when to upshift and when to downshift. This car's pretty loud, so I use hand signals in case you can't hear me over the engine.
Yep.
And then most commonly I say brake. You see me say brake a lot. So follow my lead on the shifting. I'll let you know exactly when to upshift and downshift. There's quite a bit of shifting involved with this car, especially when you start getting pretty fast. So I'll let you know so you get the most out of it. Braking, just progressively brake harder and harder. Think about transferring that weight up to those front tires. It gives you more grip. You kind of know the deal. And then you're just easing off the brakes the same way you apply them as you start your turn, and just a little bit of throttle for balance. So think about balance with this throttle here. This car here is pretty front light.
Yeah.
Has a
is
lot
it lighter than the 458? Would it be more understeery?
It's just about as understeery, if not a little more. The 458 is more sensitive.
Yeah.
This one's not quite as sensitive, but pretty sensitive. It is a Ferrari.
Yep.
It has a lot of understeer. So what I like to do with this car is I'm braking. When I get down to the end of the braking cone, as I start turning in, I ease off the brakes, so there's a little bit of overlap there. So you're turning and easing off at the same time.
Yep.
And then just a little bit of throttle just before the apex to keep it balanced.
Okay.
So you could trail it in a little bit, but it takes a lot of practice.
Sure.
I won't have you do that first lap.
Yep.
Sure.
Okay.
I may help you turn the wheel. If I do that, don't let go. You're driving
No,
all the time.
worries.
Yeah, you drive all the time. I just might assist a little bit. I don't
Yep.
do that very often. But if we're being passed by somebody, I will have my hand on the wheel. Or if we're passing somebody else, I'll kind of help you point in the right direction. Passing other people, we just have to make sure that their emergency flashlights
it's cool. We passed a few crew last time around, so
there you go. You know the deal.
Yep.
And then the blue paint on the outside of the track, we got to stay off of that.
Yeah,
that's out
the
of bounds.
black ice zone.
Yeah, it's out of bounds, but it's slick, especially in this car.
Okay.
So anytime you apply brakes on that blue paint or throttle, it likes to spin it. So. That's about it. Just be smooth. It's a Ferrari, so you want to be smooth. You've driven the 458 before.
Yeah.
Very similar, but a little more vintage-like, old school.
Yeah, I was looking for something a bit more old school, bare bones, lightweight. Proper race car.
Stripped down car.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Any questions?
No, none at all.
All right, let's go
Thanks,
do it.
Chris.
Let's do it. Foot on the brake.
Yep.
And click into first gear right there. And I'll take it off auto.
Do you want to go that way?
Yeah, we're going to go straight out. The wheel is turned all the way left, so just unwind it as you pull forward.
Yep. There, sorry, left. The other left.
Yeah, the other left. And then we're going to go this other left here. And we'll pull up just around this green flag, and up to these red cones here. And we're clear. Hard left turn. Through the blue cones. From the green down towards the apex. Squeezing it on as you unwind it. Keep braking, ease off the brakes. You got it. Hold her in there tight. A little bit of throttle, squeezing it on. I'll show you a couple tricks. Starting right here, let it coast, no brakes. I go just past this green cone.
Okay.
And what this does, this helps you get pointed down the next straightaway. So we meet the apex there.
Yeah.
And then now
You
you're
should lower
pointed
it.
better. Yeah, and you can unwind it onto the straightaway. Let it coast. This turn here, I turn in a little early.
Earlier.
Just ease it in there, tighter and tighter, and then you let the car come off to about mid-track or so.
Yeah, okay.
Back over to the green.
So
Then when you turn in here, a little bit of throttle, and then right about
there.
here, you just unwind it a little bit,
okay.
just to catch it. We'll brake this time here just a little bit to make this turn. I get all the way out there to that green cone.
So how do you do this
and
one?
then just ease it in there. So now we're already pointed.
So you want to kiss it at the blue?
Yep.
Yeah.
Just like that. And then now we're about mid-track.
Yep.
And this turn here, very important that when you turn in right here, that you stay on the throttle, because if you let off the throttle right there, it's going to fishtail. Yeah, this just gets you in straight in.
Yeah.
So you don't have to turn it as much. And then now you're flush with the cone.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you just squeeze it on right there, and squeeze it, just like that.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right, let's do one more cool down lap, and we'll start on that side of the track so you get more laps that way.
So I'm just going to practice a bit of what you just showed me there.
Right, yeah, you're just going to try that. Except we got a car coming, so we'll stay out wide.
Yeah.
This turn, we'll blow this turn, but this will give us a late apex. All right, tuck him behind him. See how you can unwind it off the straightaway? That's kind of what we want to do.
You want to kind of be lower through the dip. There.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, let it coast. Start your turn, a little bit of throttle. See how easy it is to go wide? So you got to get all the way down in there. Start your turn all the way down the inside. Looking, you want to be looking down there at that green cone. Unwind it. There you go. That'll help you. You can brake this time. See how close you get.
Really late here.
Yeah, it's late. Just ease it in. Tighter and tighter. There you go.
And then pick it up.
See, now you're pointed. You're already pointed.
And then I'm right in the right bloody position.
Right. Now you're set up. You turn here right where the ripple strip starts.
Yeah.
And now you're aiming straight for the green, down the skid marks.
Then I can brake there.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, look it downshift. Let's try it.
Let's go.
Squeeze it on. Squeeze it.
Got a 430 scuderia. It's loud.
Yeah, it is.
Beautiful.
Brake real hard. One downshift, just once. Ease off the brakes. All the way down the inside. Hold it in there. Hold it. Squeezing it on. Feel all that push?
Yeah.
Brake real hard. No shifting. Brake, brake, brake. Ease off the brakes. A little bit of throttle. Unwind a little bit. There you go. Brake. Ease off the brakes. Hold it in there. A little bit of throttle. A little bit of throttle. There you go. Brake here. Downshift once. Ease off the brakes. Use some caution. He's going to go way wide. There you go. Squeezing it on. Unwind it. Upshift. Turn it. Unwind it. Brake. Too much throttle through there.
Okay.
So you have to find balance through that turn.
Yeah, okay. Last time I thought you said keep it flat. Sorry.
Balance. Balance.
So just one downshift here.
Brake. Real hard braking. There you go. Just past the green. Now ease it in there. All the way down there. There you go. Squeezing the throttle. Unwinding it. Brake real hard. A little harder. A little harder. Ease off the brakes. So if you brake really hard, that gets the weight down there. Helps the turn. Brake. Ease off the brakes. Turn it. A little bit of throttle here. Unwind the wheel. Squeeze on the throttle. There you go. Brake real hard. Downshift once. Ease it in there. There you go. Now you're pointing. Squeeze it on. Unwinding the wheel. Upshift. Brake. Release it. And then balance throttle. Then squeeze it on there. Brake hard. Downshift. Brake harder, harder, harder. Ease off the brakes. So a little harder braking is going to help you. Squeeze it on. Brake real hard. Harder. Brake harder. Brake harder. Ease off the brakes. Hold her in there tight. Squeezing it on. Brake real hard. A little harder. A little harder. Ease off. A little bit of throttle. Unwind the wheel. Brake. Release the brakes. Turn it. A little bit of throttle here. Unwind it at the top. Squeezing it on. There you go. Brake real hard. Downshift. Brake harder. Brake harder. Ease off the brakes. There you go. Squeezing it on as you unwind it. There you go. Beautiful. Far right side. Upshift. Brake. Ease downshift. Ease off the brakes. Squeezing it on. Here we go, last lap. Full throttle. Brake real hard. Harder, 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 harder. Ease off the brakes. Hold her in there tight. Squeezing it on. Brake real hard. Hard as you can. Harder, harder, harder. Ease off the brakes. Tighter, tighter. Turn it, little bit throttle. Unwind the wheels, squeezing it on. Brake here, real hard, real hard. We'll back it down a little bit. We'll stay wide. We'll pull off right through there. Yep, right through there. All right, good job, man.
Thanks so much for giving me a good crack at that.
You right?
Sorry, I've stepped it out a bit.
Oh, that's okay. It stepped out when you lifted off the throttle. So you got to make sure that you stay balanced with the throttle.
Is that trailing? I'm just dirt roads.
When you start getting into the corner and then you go, uh-oh, then it goes, it whips way out, right?
Do you want me to park it?
Yeah, right through the middle here.
Yep. And up the end again?
Yeah, and all the way down to the end. So that's why you have to stay balanced through the corner.
It's so much more important in a mid-engine car, isn't it?
Right.
You know?
Right up here to this one here. There you go. Perfect. Right there is good. Awesome. Just turn the wheel all the way to the left. That'll keep it from rolling away.
Okay.
Okay, so balance throttle through the apex. That way, when you, because in some of the corners, you go left first before you go right. So when you're in that left and you're setting up the right, if you back off the throttle like that, it's going to fish and then try to overcorrect you as you try to get it to go right.
Yeah.
Two examples of that would be coming into the apex here.
Yeah, yeah.
And then coming off of 3 into 4 up there. So you're coming around that right and then you're setting up the left. You have to ease off the throttle as you turn it in. You could find the car get upset like that.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure you're balanced first, so you can squeeze it on as you unwind it, and then you're braking.
More like a drifting lap almost.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And when this car gets sideways, it gets way gnarly.
Yeah.
The Corvette's easy because the engine's up front.
Yeah.
You know, this car we don't have that. We have to find balance.
Yeah.
Braking is the other thing. You want to brake a little harder. This car here kind of lets you get away with that a little bit. That car right there is not going to let you do that.
Yeah, okay.
Because of its weight. Yep. And the brake pedal has a lot of travel to it, so you have to push it in. Not only you have to push it in really far, you have to push it in really hard. So get on those brakes really hard. That car there, you have to get all that energy out of it before you start your turn.
So it would be a lot earlier braking points then?
Well,
because the speed is faster between corners.
The braking point might be a little bit before it, but the difference is you just have to brake harder. So you really want to feel your body weight up against that seatbelt strap in that car. If you feel G-force like that, now you're braking hard enough.
Yeah, okay.
Or you're beginning to anyway.
Sure.
So just be ready for that and that thing there.
Yeah, that flip-flop is my favourite part of the track, but it's one that I can never remember, and I think I get so used to sitting on that side.
Right. Yeah.
Sometimes I think the corner's going to go the other way, and I end up like on the wrong side of the road.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard. You know, I don't know how I would go to Australia and try to drive over.
It does take a little bit to get used to it, doesn't it?
For sure. Yeah. I'd make a turn onto a road and be going the